I think there have been some questions on problems 8 and 9 for this quiz, and that's not so surprising because I think this is the last thing we did. I don't know how much practice you got with it, so I want to steer you in the right direction if needed. So I graphed the functions on Desmos and found the region. So hopefully everybody already did that, and your regions look like this. Here's the single region we're talking about. So the arc length is number 8 asks for perimeter, and the perimeter of a area is just length around the outside. So this area is made up of two lengths. It's the length of sine from here to here, and the length of this function, this parabola from here to here. So when you have to find the perimeter, you're going to have to add those lengths together. So it doesn't matter if you do it with respect to X or Y. And we talked about that, you may not remember, but since we're not doing rectangles here, this is a more one-dimensional thing. We don't have to worry about if it's with respect to X or Y, you just do the easiest. So everything is already in terms of X, so I would use this. And then it's basically straightforward from there. If you have questions, let me know. But for each of the two functions, you're going to have to add up their lengths. This is the derivative of the function, and then square it. And then just a to b is, remember, these are all also x's, so we're going from what x value you're going to the next x value you're going to. Hopefully that helps. It's meant to be done with the calculator. So as soon as you get the integral, type it on your calculator to get the answer. The next question, surface area. Surface area has a very, very, very similar equation. Really, the only difference is this 2 pi constant out front and this r of x. The r of x is the distance to the axis of revolution. Surface area we are revolving, but again, we're revolving a linear type of function, so we're not making rectangles, so it doesn't matter if you're going to do it with respect to x or with respect to y. So this question specifically says we're going to revolve around the x-axis. So we're going to revolve this whole region around this x-axis, this whole region. But it's asking for what the outside of the solid would be, the surface area from the outside. And if you look at that, if you think about what that solid is going to look like, the outside will just be this part of it. This will all be inside of it. You won't even be able to see that after you revolve it around. So this is an easier question than it looks like. You're just finding the surface area of that solid formed by the blue. The blue graph is this. So the only change from the question before is, first of all, you don't have to worry about the sine function. Secondly, we have a distance, the r of x. The r of x is just this distance, the distance your graph is from the axis of revolution. Now to figure out what that is, remember, do top of the arrow point minus the bottom of the arrow point. That's it. That will be a function of x. So plug it in here. Fill in all the blanks, type on your calculator, and get your answer. So hopefully that helps. If you do have questions, remember always, especially now since you're in this until the end of the year, email me or write it in the question, answer, comment section of Schoology. So there you go.